Howdy guys, Cub here. Welcome back to Hermitcraft. Last time we made some pathways throughout our island, which connect up various locations on the island. And today guys, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start to gather some resources for the Enchanted Forest biome, which we're going to make throughout the island. So this whole island will eventually be a Enchanted Forest, a magical forest, whatever you want to call it. So we need to find some areas with some trees, a lot of trees that we can cut down. I would use the tree farm for this, but we're going to need leaves as well. So if we chop down a whole bunch of leaves, that doesn't leave many saplings to replant. So we need an actual forest. I'm thinking we go to this forest right here. I think this looks like it's probably, well, it could be dark oak. Could also not be dark oak though. Let's see what this one is. This one also could be. So let's try and go to this one first. This is to the southeast of where we are currently located, right there. So we should probably go to our witch farm and then fly to the southeast. Actually, we should probably go to our creeper farm and then fly to the northwest. That's probably the best way to do it. So let's go ahead and go on this journey right here. And actually, yeah, we'll just go ahead and take the elevator up here. And then we can just swoop on into our portal over here, just like that. And then once we get to the nether, we should still be flying, and we need to go this direction. So we'll try to make it through here. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. And we'll make our way out to the charged creeper farm. It was also raining, so maybe we can get lucky and catch a thunderstorm out here. That would be awesome. We'll just scoot on down this tunnel here. And then we'll take a sharp right. At this point, make sure my elytra is good. Yeah, we're good on the elytra. Good deal. And we'll just scoot on in right here. There we go. And this should lead us to the charged creeper farm. And then we gotta go... Yeah, so here's the charged creeper farm area. Probably have some ink sacs in here we could pick up. Yeah, a couple. Almost a stack. But let's fly to the northwest. We'll see if this is in fact a dark oak biome. So yeah guys, turns out it is a dark oak forest biome right here. So this is sort of like a microcosm of what I want the Enchanted Forest to be. So when you get down here at this level, you can see how, you know, it's a lot of trees, it's a lot of canopy above you, but there are some gaps, you know, that you can like look through and see out of. So just imagine this, but like much taller and much more widespread, like a lot more area to look around at this level. So a lot more open space near the bottom. That's sort of what we're aiming for. So let's get back on top of this canopy here. This is actually a relatively, well, it's not that big of a dark oak forest biome, but it'll do the job. It'll do the job. So I'm going to go ahead and get out my shears. I'm going to gather as many leaves as I possibly can here. And we'll put them in these shulker boxes, which I have collected in my ender chest. So I'll just go ahead and get one out right now. There we go. And we'll put these in here after we collect enough of them up. So I'm going to go ahead and collect some leaves for a little while, and I'll be back. So now that we're done clearing out all the leaves from this area, I think we're ready to go ahead and head back to the base. And what I want to do today, I want to make a model tree for our Enchanted Forest. So this will be the tree that all other trees in the Enchanted Forest are modeled after. So we want to get the dimensions right, we want to get the height right, and the leaf coverage right as well. So I'll head back to the nether, head back to the base, and we'll get started on that tree. Welcome back now to the Mushroom Island, and we're just about ready here to start to build the tree. I think we're going to build it just outside of our base, somewhere like right over here, maybe, like right where I'm standing right now. Would be a good spot for it. But before we do that, I just want to say a big thank you to you viewers who sent in all sorts of ideas and images, some of which are on the screen right now, to basically, yeah, provide some ideas for the island, some flower ideas, some tree ideas, etc. Thank you guys so much for that. I do appreciate that. And yeah, thank you once again. So for this tree, I'm trying to like imagine how wide the tree base is going to be and how tall we want it to be. I'm thinking I want it to be probably like 60 or 70 blocks tall, the majority of which is just going to be just the trunk. So if we take a look at the vanilla trees over here, the tree we're going to try and like aim for is this dark oak tree because it has the most uninterrupted area below the canopy, below the tree canopy. And so, yeah, I mean, the jungle tree also has a lot of room, but it has these branches that come out here. It has vines and stuff like that. So, yeah, I don't think we're going to go for this type of thing. But if we're going to go for, like, a jumbo version of this dark oak tree, I'm thinking maybe we do, like, 4 pixels is 1 block on the scale we're going to build it at. So essentially that would mean that we'd have, you know, 4 blocks and 8 blocks. So this 2x2 tree would become an 8x8 tree essentially is what I'm thinking. And then let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks tall. 7 or 8 blocks tall. Some are taller, some are like 12, 10 or 12. So yeah, it would be 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32 blocks tall. But I'm thinking we want to make it maybe like 64 blocks tall or so, like a stack of blocks on each side. So maybe we make it somewhat like in between. So maybe like it'll be similar to the dark oak, but maybe a little bit taller and a little bit more narrow. So kind of a hybrid between the dark oak and the jungle tree. So let's try this. Let's try getting out here. We'll try the 8x8 base and see how it looks. So let's say we start here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 right there. And then we'll go 8 blocks in this direction. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we'll just connect these up. So this should be 6 blocks across right here. So that feels like it might work, especially if we build up around the base. So like if we imagine this as like the main part of the central chunk, or the central trunk rather, we would have to build up around this thing quite significantly. So we have to, you know, build this up like so. And then the main part of the trunk would be this right here. So I'm going to go ahead and just build up this main part of the trunk. I think we're going to try to go up about 60 blocks or so, 64 blocks roughly. So we're at 74, so we need to go up to like 134 or so, which is going to be quite a challenge to put down that much wood. But I think we can do it. I think we can do it. So let me go ahead and just build this up here, and we'll see how tall we want to build this tree. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so here is a 32 block tall tree trunk right here. One of the things I'm definitely noticing already is it's way too blocky, so we'll definitely have to make like a circular type thing for each of the trees, instead of just like a straight up like block thing. As far as the height goes, it's pretty tall right now, actually. Like, if we get up here, like, you can see how tall it is. I mean, this is pretty high up here, actually, even though it's only, like, 30 blocks. It seems like it's a lot more than that, to be honest with you. So it's just below, like, the tallest buildings around here. So, you know, like the sugarcane farm, the trading hall, the netherwort farm, it's stuff like that. It like dwarfs we get over here again, it dwarfs the base. Look at it, a little tiny base, and then just a massive tree right next to it, which I find, I don't know, it's humorous to me for some reason. Just have giant tree and then little tiny base right there. Of course, the base actually expands under like this entire side of the island right here. So it's actually like the base is actually like enormous, but it looks really tiny on the surface right here. So yeah, I'm thinking maybe we go up another couple of blocks, maybe aim like for 40 or 45 blocks. Yeah, let's try and go up to like 45 blocks and see how tall that is. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we now have this thing built up to 43 blocks. I would have gone to 45, but I ran out of logs. So I've been looking at this thing for like 15 minutes, trying to figure out like what, you know, it's gonna look like, how the canopy is gonna be, and how like this would look if there's like, you know, these things everywhere, essentially, because that's what we're sort of aiming for here. This is just gonna be the first of many. And I'm thinking this is a decent height, like 40 to 45 blocks, I think might be a good height, because, you know, if you imagine like the canopy starting like right where this thing ends up, like right now we'd be under the canopy flying around, so this is plenty of space down here to like, to fly, basically, so you could, you know, you could fly around like this, and then if there was a gap, you could just point straight up, and boom, you're through the canopy, like this. So now we'd be above the canopy, looking out over, you know, a bunch of leaves and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that will work. I mean, it feels like it's roughly the right size. The shape obviously needs to change, but yeah, we'll do that in a second here. So yeah, I think I'm gonna aim for trees that are 40 to 50 blocks high, somewhere in that range. I'm not really going to be too concerned about what each tree looks like individually, because there's going to be so many of them. So like, it's not going to be a super detailed tree build. It's just going to be like a I want people to be able to look at it and say, you know, that's a tree for sure. That's sort of what I'm aiming for. So obviously I think we need to round this out. So I'm going to tear down this entire thing we just built up and rebuild it in more of a round shape, and we'll see what it looks like. See what it looks like then. Okay guys, so we rebuilt the entire thing here, and it's now more circular, which I like. If we get on up here, you can see, yeah, the pattern is fairly straightforward. It's just 4 blocks, 1 block, 4 blocks, 1 block. So that's sort of our circle pattern right here. And I think this looks a lot better. It makes it look a lot more tree-esque, I guess, is what I'm going for. So yeah, that looks good. The problem is, I tried to do something on the bottom here, and no. Just, nope. Did not work. Sometimes you try something and it just doesn't work, so I think it's best to just pretend that this never happened. I think maybe if we got... Man, this is... This is the part of projects I really struggle on a lot, like getting started, like getting the first bit started. The cows like to climb on it, but it does not look good. I'm thinking maybe a more uniform surrounding would work better. So instead of like trying to like vary it up a little bit like I did here, maybe if we made it more uniform around, like maybe like, you know, like 3 high, then 2 high, then 1 high, it could work. But otherwise, I'm just going to keep it blank on the bottom and start to work on the top. Now for the top, I think what we'll do for the top, I'm not really a big fan of branches on Minecraft trees. Yeah, I don't really want like big sprawling branches. Maybe a little bit of branches, but I'm going to try it with just leaves and see how it looks. And then we could maybe go back and add branches later, maybe. But I'm right now I'm thinking just no branches, honestly. Just like straight leaves in the same pattern as these trees have it over here, like as far as like the leaf pattern goes, where how it sort of has like a circular leaf pattern type around here, but also kind of blocky. So that's what I'm going to go for the leaves. So we're going to go ahead and take down the base here now, guys, and we'll try the base, like a uniform base pattern. If that doesn't work, though, we're definitely just going to go ahead and just leave it as it is. So you see, like right here, it goes way up. Yeah, just got to take that out. And we'll just replace some of that like so. And so once we're done with this base here, we're going to go ahead and try the top bit with just leaves, and we'll see how it looks. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we now have the beginnings of a tree starting to form here. I went ahead and changed up the base of this to just be a simple stair step of full dark oak wood blocks, and I think that looks pretty decent. So we're going to keep that stair step pattern down there. It sort of sets in the trunk of the tree just a little bit. We've also started work on the canopy a little bit. And right now, the canopy is not looking great. The reason is because, number one, it's misshapen. So I went with like a circular shape. I can just fly on down here. But you can see, yeah, it has some potential here. So, yeah, it's misshapen. I actually went with just a straight-up circle, which was a mistake. We actually need to make this much more blocky. So, yeah, we need to make this much more like the actual dark oak trees. And also, whoops, also the whole size of this is wrong, actually. So if I were to get up here, I think it's about 24 blocks from one side to the other. And the height of the tree itself here is about 42 or so blocks, I think. Let me double check this real quick. If I get up here, it is actually 44 blocks tall right here. Yeah, 44 blocks tall. And for the dark oak trees, we get on over here to our tree farm. The dark oak trees generally are about the same height as their leaves are wide. So for instance, this first tree here, if we look at this, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8 blocks here, depending on how you count it once you get into the leaves. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks wide. So the leaves should roughly be as wide as the tree is tall to keep the same proportions. So I think that's sort of a good general rule to keep for this. So that means we have to increase almost double the size of the canopy up there with the leaves and such. So yeah, we have to make it more blocky, and we have to double the size of the canopy essentially from this point out. So those are the changes I think we need to make, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and tear this down with some shears. We'll probably lose a lot of leaves by doing this, but we need to make this thing much more blocky and much larger as well. So let's go ahead and tear down these leaves and make that happen. Okay, guys, so there we have it. There is the tree, and I'm still not 100% happy with it, but it definitely looks better than it did. I think it's just that it's so big. I'm not used to seeing something like this that often. But I don't know. We could make branches up or coming down like the actual what do you call it? The actual dark oak wood does. There's a closer in view. And also, yeah, you're not imagining it. It actually is that dark. Like, this is like the darkest dark I've ever seen right here. And yeah, that's because the leaves block the light underneath. So there's very little light that reaches here. This is actually, I think, probably light level 0 here. Yeah, light level 0. So if we weren't in Mushroom Island, this place would be crawling with mobs. But luckily we are in Mushroom Island, and we can also light this up with torches. So let's just grab ourselves a couple of torches around here. There we go. And we'll get some torches going on. Light this area up here. This is what it's looking like from below. Yeah, you can sort of see through the leaves here. Let me just go ahead and put down some torches near the base of this thing. Also with Optifine, the lighting is weird. Optifine is not very good at handling lighting near chunk borders. So we'll just get over here. Place some down over this way. And let's just put a few more down like this. And here. And let's put some out here as well. Just because, why not? Okay, so let's get back here and we'll take another look. See what it looks like from the ground over here. Yeah, I mean... Tell you what, guys, let me go ahead and put one more set of leaves on the bottom of this thing, and maybe that will sort of balance it out. Right now it seems like it's a little bit top-heavy to me. So maybe I'll try and put a similar leaf pattern that I put down like on here, on the bottom side, on the underside, and see how that does. Maybe that will help out with the sort of asymmetry of it. a little bit. So I'll put something down like in here somewhere. So like we'll put this down here and tower up, and I'll see if that helps it out at all. Okay guys, so there we have it. We added a couple of more leaves to the tree. So we added this whole bottom section right here, and we also added some glowstone inside the bottom portion of the tree, which helps to light up the trunk and make sure that the trunk is not just sort of a black blob as it was before. And it also helps the leaves up here as well, so they're not as dark as they were before. So I think that definitely is a big improvement from what we had before. It's still looking a little bit weird in some spots. Let me just get down here. I'm going to block off these beacons real quick because they can sometimes get in the way of the view of the tree. So we're just going to block those off temporarily. Here's what the tree looks like from below. And so you can sort of like see through it. You can sort of see the pattern we went with right here looking up. But yeah, we could always fix that. We could always fill it with something inside. Like maybe, I don't know, we could put like water. Or we could put like a color in there maybe. Could be kind of cool. Or just like glowstone everywhere would be interesting. And also provide a lot of good lighting. But yeah, that's what it's looking like from underneath. And it is pretty big. I mean, we're still underneath it, even right here. So it's a big build. Let me just give you guys some aerial views of it right here. Let's get on out here a little further. There we go. So yeah, that is what it's looking like right here. One thing I'm considering is I think we might need to bring these leaves out even further to like here. So like this would be the corner instead of back here a couple blocks. Reason being is that from the ground, if I get down to the ground here, let me just fly on over here. From the ground, you can't really see any leaves beyond this level right there. So you can't see the top part of the tree. So I'm thinking we might need to bring the leaves on the top forward a little bit, and also maybe the leaves on the bottom. Maybe we should bring those out a little bit, make it a little bit more roundish type of thing going on here. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Leave your feedback on this tree and how I could possibly improve it. Maybe, you know, lower it a little bit. Like it's pretty high, so you know, maybe you guys think I need to lower it down a little bit, or maybe I need to add something else to it entirely. But do let me know, and I will consider your feedback when we try to improve this thing next time. For now, though, guys, I'm going to call it an episode for today. Please leave a like if you enjoyed, and make sure to subscribe for more videos like this. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Cub. Goodbye.